Hello, welcome to this brief introduction on constellation work. My name is Marietta Brongers from the Netherlands. To start, I want to ask you to do something for me. Would you be willing to close your eyes for a moment and imagine with me? First, take a couple of deep breaths. Relax and let go of all of your thoughts and go with me. Now imagine that you could heal all the deep-rooted problems of your life. To heal everything that you do not understand about yourself and family. Now wouldn't that be great? How would that make you feel? Feel it in your body. Make the picture in your head to be perfectly happy, relaxed, and live a life with joy and abundance. Today, I want to present to you some options and possibilities to experience for you a family constellation or a systemic constellation workshop. I will briefly explain about how we can work with it online, and at a later stage, I will come to Italy and hopefully do a live constellation with you. Constellation work was developed by Bert Hellinger. He was a German psychotherapist. Unfortunately, he died recently at the age of 94. But he left a magnificent method that has been adopted and further developed by many people around the world. Originally, the method contained the work on family matters, but later it became clear that this method can also be used for any situation or question. It's currently also often used in organizations worldwide to find solutions in difficult issues. The work can make underlying energies visible that have an effect on situations, with the object to solve problems and to bring balance and stability in these matters. Now, what exactly is constellation work? Constellation work is a philosophy that looks at life with a systemic perspective and understands that families and larger collectives are living systems. These living systems are guided by principles of balance, internal order, and exchange. When experienced, it is intensely accurate and it can change your life. People who have experienced this work are usually very impressed and internally altered by the experience. It can be a wonderful method in situations where people struggle and need a clear perspective. It's an experimental process and practice that allows for embodied energy and information to be made visible. Now, how does this all work? When this work is done with a group of people, in turn, the members can explore an urgent personal issue. After a brief interview, some people will be asked to represent family members to be set up in the constellation. And the representatives are intuitively placed somewhere in the room. The client then sits down and observes. And then the magic happens. What then happens is that the group starts to tune into the knowing field. The knowing field shows how people and energies are all interconnected. According to Rupert Sheldrake, the knowing field is the field of morphic resonance. This field guides the people in the constellation. Participants perceive and articulate feelings and sensations that mirror those of the real family members they represent. Then the facilitator informs about how each representative feels in relation to the others. Often what becomes clear is that there have been traumas during multiple generations in a family, and that the traumas continue to unconsciously affect the living long after the original victims have died. As soon as becomes obvious what the traumas are, a healing resolution for the issue can be achieved by moving representatives in a better place in the constellation and letting them speak healing words, or adding key members to the system who have been forgotten or written out of the family history. When every representative feels right in his or her place and the other representatives agree, the constellation can come to a conclusion. The client is then invited to replace his or her representative in the constellation. This allows the client to perceive how it feels to be part of the new balanced system. When everyone feels comfortable in their place, the constellation concludes. In this work, it's also possible to work online with individuals. If you have a problem that you want to solve, you can schedule a private meeting online. What usually happens in a group setting with family constellations is also possible to do, but then with puppets instead of live people. This method works just as well. Now, if you are interested and want to know more about this constellation work, please join the upcoming webinar. In this webinar that will be held soon, you can ask questions and learn more about how and when we will start. The date will be published soon. Thank you for your interest in this topic. I wish you love and light. Namaste.